Hello everyone and welcome to our video. In today's video, we're learning and exploring the elephant canvas. This canvas is quite interesting because this was adapted and inspired from a very old ancient Indian story called The Elephant and Blind Man. This story helps us understand how one person sees something only from one perspective that they are part of, which leads to complete absence of understanding of the whole. And the whole canvas also is built on this grounds. This canvas actually helps the participants shift their thinking from a very narrow, limited understanding of a system to a more holistic and broader view of it. The main aim of this canvas is to explore seeing through different perspectives so that members become more aware of it, more aware of the system as a whole, independent of their place in it. This is the famous Indian parable of blind man and elephant. This is the story of a group of blind men who have never discovered an elephant before. But in this situation, they are introduced to one and they start visualizing it by touching the elephant in different parts. Now, every blind man, they feel a different part of the elephant, experiencing only that part, which really builds their perception and description about the elephant. So each time a blind man talks about about the elephant, they describe it completely different. So the main objective or the takeaway from the story is that people tend to claim complete truth based on their very limited and subjective experience, while generally completely ignoring others' perspectives, which is definitely not correct in a systems thinking perspective. Now, for us to understand the system, we must build a richer picture of it from multiple perspectives. Now, this is how the canvas looks like. It's quite simple, but the workshop is very interesting. Now, before you start the workshop, you select the situation in which you would like to use this canvas for, and you lay it down. You invite all the participants. Well, on this canvas, you see 6 sections, each for one actor. But if in your situation it requires more than 6, you're free to use as many boxes as possible. Before starting the canvas, you invite the participants to understand the challenge statement, describe it to them, the challenge statement, and then ask them to choose or assume one actor's role for some time. Now, if you're doing this online, it's quite simple. You have as many breakouts as the number of actors for the situation, and you ask the participants to choose one breakout as per their choice. Give them some time. After they are done, they can come back to the main plenary and explain the actor's perspective of a situation. You need to repeat this exercise until every participant has gone through all the actors in the situation. So it's quite simple, but for us to understand this much better, I have come up with an example, which is here, which is the understanding of healthcare system. I didn't use breakout rooms because I did this by myself. So I have laid out the 6 main stakeholders that I thought were important to look at it from this perspective. I have the patient, the doctor, the healthcare administrative, health policy maker, pharmaceutical company executive, and public health advocate. Now, if I were to look at the system through a patient's perspective, I would expect the system to be timely and give me affordable care for me to have the accessibility, for me to be heard and have a clear communication with the doctors. I feel that patients often struggle with long wait times, and I would expect in this system there wouldn't be much. And if I were to assume the role of a doctor, I would I would want more time to spend with the patient so I understand the situation more much clarity. I would like to support to deliver the quality care, and I would definitely want to reduce the workload and patient doctor ratio. If I were to do it as a healthcare administrator, I would like to keep the operations quite efficient and financially viable for the hospital. I would like to manage the resource. I would like to focus on optimizing patients' flow. As an health policy maker, I would like to develop health equity, have better public health outcomes, and create social solutions that serve the population equitably. And as a pharmaceutical company executive, I would like to have drug development costs, invest in research, and protect the innovation and have more patents. As a public health advocate, I would like to address not just the symptoms of the illness, but also the root causes of it. Understand the social determinants of the health and also draw attention to different factors influencing health, like housing, education, food access, environmental factors as key to population health. I hope this is the end of the video, and I hope you got a good understanding of what this canvas looks like. I have attached the link to the toolkit in the video description, and I hope you have good takeaways from this video. Thank you, everyone.